Hey everyone, I'm Megan from My Playground Media, and we're back in Brooklyn, and we're here at the premiere night of Texapart's summer series at the Rooftops, and we're here with Cristoph to start off the whole summer season.
Yeah.
How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. Good.
Awesome.
Excited.
All right, so tell everybody about yourself, or like people that don't know who Cristoph is.
I'm a DJ producer from Newcastle in the UK. A lot of people think I'm German for some reason, because I think it's the way that my name's spelled. But
Okay.
everyone thinks I'm foreign. Been touring for about 10, 12 years worldwide now. Just got to set up a label a few years ago, Consequence of Society. Taking this man to my left under my wing a little bit, nurture this talent through, and just love touring and playing music, really.
Awesome. Was there a specific moment when you decided to like make DJ your full-time career?
I think it's always been something that I wanted to do, you know. It was just a case of understanding how to go about it. It's not just turning up in a bar and all of a sudden you start touring the world. You've got to come up with strategies. It's a business, do you know what I mean? So you've got to think, how do you get out there? And obviously the most obvious way is to produce music and start like releasing music, and hopefully that catches on and you write something decent that more like the bigger DJs start to support, and then your name starts circulating and so on, you know. It's like, as I say, it's a strategy. So yeah, when I was a bit younger, I just thought, I'm just going to go out there and DJ, and then you've got to really understand it, as I say. So I started writing music, teaching myself how to produce, and luckily enough, my music started getting the support, and it just went from there, So as I say, it's been something I think in the back of my mind that I've always wanted to do. I don't think I could sit there in an office and have someone boss me around. It's just not really who I am.
Outside the box. And you said, like a lot of DJs like introduced you, like that's how you got into the scene at first. That's how I first heard you, through Eric Priz, Acclaimed Radio.
Yeah.
And he first introduced you as his like prodigy.
Yeah.
How did you form your own sound and like break away from that like Eric Priz prodigy type of thing?
I think I've always tried to create a sound or have elements running through certain tracks which people can then identify as my own. I think you do need your own identity in order for people to really pick up on what you do. And I started off doing kind of more of the progressive sound when I first started breaking out, and that was under CJ Costigan. And then I wrote some more houseier stuff, but it still had like maybe a chorded stab in there or rolling vocals, things which I can carry across into kind of any genre as such, but you can, like, that's kind of your little stamp on something, you know, like even something simple like a double clap. Like a lot of people have recognized that a lot of my tracks have got that in at parts, and it's kind of like, same as Eric's got like the pride of snare, you know what I mean, like, and everyone's recognizes that straight away. So I've always had like certain elements running through tracks. I just think Eric kind of started supporting my music because he liked that. We haven't ever had that conversation, like, why did you? Yeah, it's just something which came about, and then I'd heard that he'd supported Katsi on his show, and then I ended up on a show with him in LA. So I played that in order to try and generate a conversation between us, and he turned to his TM, he was like, for fuck's sake, I wanted to play that record, and his TM was like, that's Cristoph. So then me and Eric was like speaking then, and then he got me on some shows, and then we started getting really friendly, and then that was it, yeah.
Oof. Oh my goodness. You said you released a lot of songs on different labels like Bedrock, Last Night on Earth, Knee Deep in Sound, but in 2022, that's when you dropped your own label. So what led to that decision of like creating your own label, Consequence?
Again, it's a business decision, you know. It's like you create your own platform, and then you don't have other labels where like they'll have a release schedule and you have to fit into that. Now, if you sign one, for instance, to Bedrock and one to Last Night on Earth, and you can only fit in on their schedule, and there's only 2 weeks between each record, you know, like you're fitting around them. They're more in charge of your music. And I just wanted to get to a certain point. I've always wanted my own label. I think it's quite cool to have that. And, you know, it's just like, as I say, your own platform. And then I really enjoy nurturing people through. I like seeing people succeed. I like giving them advice and them taking advice and them becoming like a bigger artist and improving and starting to break out there. And I want to have that platform to give to others, to then them express themselves through their music that way. And I just always wanted to get to a certain point before I opened up a label, because I would hate for someone to trust me with releasing their music and then it not doing as well as it should have been, because that would be mine and the label's fault, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if we can grow as a family as such, as a little community, you know, we can start expanding to nights, and we start going around, you know, and it becomes like more of a brand and a kind of a community, as I say, you know.
Mm-hmm. No, it is. It's becoming a community. Is that also why you released like the whole mix series to give everybody?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like this guy over here. I love your mix too for it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And then like every time like a new mix comes out, then I discover a new artist.
Yeah, of course, and that's and like it's a great thing for them to do, you know. And if people are getting discovered through it, then it's doing its job. Do you know what I mean? I would hate it just to fall flat and nobody get to listen to it and them go to showcase themselves, because they are great artists. I understand how difficult it is to break out. There's a lot of people trying to do this, and there's a lot of unfound like talent out there. And you know, to see them follow their dreams and them get their chance to do something is it's really good to see that for someone, you know.
Yeah, no, I love it. It's amazing. And then you're so infamous for your like open to close sets, just like tonight. What led you to like create the O2C series?
I mean, when I first used to DJ back in Newcastle, some of the nights were 6, 7, 8 hours long, and I would play like the back room, and for like there would be more commercial in the main room, and I would sit in back, and you know, I was only DJing then. I was one of the only DJs playing house music around Newcastle at the time, so I was getting a lot of work through the week, but there was no other DJ to share the slots with. And sometimes you were playing to the bar staff, and it's just like you teach yourself a lot doing that, you know, and you start trying different things. And I am just comfortable doing it. Like, it does get tiring. And it's kind of like, I don't know when to stop at times, you know, when they say, oh, there's no hard curfew, I'm like, fucking hell, I could probably go on for another 10 hours or something. Yeah. But it's, I just enjoy going on the journey, you know, I really get into it, and there's so much great music out there that you can't really, if you're headlining it, you can't really play a deeper or a more of a warm-up record, which there is some great records out there, and I just enjoy listening to the music. So
your headlining is 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not enough. That's
not enough.
Yeah. That's not enough.
Yeah.
It's 45 minutes sometimes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's not enough. You know, it's not enough. So that's why, I mean, I love it. I wish more people can do that.
Yeah, of course.
I wish more DJs do that.
I can see why people don't want to do it as well, though, because it is really taxing on your body and your mind and your ears and everything, you know. But I don't know, it's a northern thing back at home.
How do you do it?
Everyone's just stupid, so it's just like.
How do you do it?
I just sit in a bubble and just
do it.
and just forget where I am, really. And
you don't care if you have to go to the bathroom. You just.
Oh, if I've got to go, I've got to go. I'm not shy. I'm not shy of running off the deck to go for a piss. So like, there's a lot of times where people are like, "Where's he gone?" And I'm like, I'm not bothered if I need I'm not going to stand there and piss myself. Especially with light colour pants on. I look fucking terrible if I do that at night.
That's funny. One time I saw Marcus Schultz, like, he opened to close.
Yeah.
He stood there for like
crazy,
8 hours.
That's crazy.
He stood there 8 hours. I sweated all out.
Yeah, there is.
What's the future for Consequences Society?
It's just to continue to build. As I say, I mentioned before, you know, I want to expand into having my own nights and things like that, you know, like I'm hoping to start attracting a few kind of friends in the industry to come and do some remixes, you know, like get some bigger names to, of course, get more attention on the label. It's just a small little independent thing at the minute, but you want to build it up, and you know, once it gets bigger, these start getting more attention, and it's the attention that they deserve. It's just to keep building that community. And I think like the Miami Music Week party that we had at the end of like the whole of the week, like that showed just the community that there is, and everybody was like, that was the best party that we went to this week, and everyone was just like cuddling on the dance floor. And it's just like, leave your egos at the door, leave any sort of problems that you've got at the door, and you come and be safe at our event, you know.
She said it was like it was the best party.
It was crazy fun, man.
Yeah, it was so sad. Whatever. Family was first. And then if you're able to create your own festival, what would it be, where would it be, and who would be the lineup?
Legends.
Yeah, just fucking right. I would have to take it back to Newcastle, definitely.
Hell yeah.
Or the north of England. And I would probably put it in one of the castle grounds there, because a lot of people don't even realise that there is actual castles there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my ex-girlfriend came across and she was like, there's not castles, and I drove. It's only 45 minutes. A huge castle, which was used on the Harry Potter films and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
It's huge. Yeah, it was my dad's like favourite castle and stuff. It's a massive
wow,
thing. So maybe you would do it in the grounds of there. And who would be the lineup? I'll get Mike on, obviously. Just saying that because he's here. No, I'll get Mike on. I would have to put Eric on.
Yeah.
I'll probably go down, maybe bring some of the older ones back, you know, like I'll get Solomon there.
Nice.
Maybe some people like Danny Howells, Desi Marciello, Apollonia, and them three together are unbelievable. Luciano, you know, like people who are like really know how to go on a journey type of thing.
Of course.
And just let the music do the talking, you know. I don't want any. I wouldn't have like all this big production's great, but I also like it just letting the DJ do his job and letting the fans get into the music rather than standing there like eyes wide, mouths open at visuals all the time, you know,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then, are there any artists that are inspiring you right now?
To be honest with you, Mike's stuff is really, really good. I'm really into that. He's got a great sound, great groove in it. I've always got to say Eric, because he is just the best that I think I'll ever see in my lifetime. But you know, some of these kids coming through from the UK are doing really well, and they know exactly how to work the industry. And I mean, I always go down melodic stuff, but I am trying to not trying, but I am getting roped back into like the houseier sound again. I think it's really good. And that always leads me back to the very start of like my music life, where it goes back into the pianos, you know, like from all the MK early stuff and like all of that. And I'm really enjoying the likes of Gorge and Nick Curley stuff again. That's just really cool rolling sound, you know, it just keeps everybody's toes tapping and shoulders moving, you know. It's like that's how you start warming the crowd up and building it up and building it up.
Oh, that's awesome. And then, like, so tonight you're here in Brooklyn, you're back in Brooklyn. What's your favorite thing about performing here in New York?
I find New York like a home away from home, to be honest with you. I've got some really close friends. Yes, it's always amazing to come and spend some time with them. But I think it was after I played Electric Zoo, that's what it's called, isn't it, that festival, And then I went into played the Mirage afterwards.
Well, I did see you there.
Yeah.
You were unbelievable.
Yeah,
Me and my best friend were just like we're right up front. She's just like, holy shit, this is the greatest thing I've ever listened to in my life.
It was fun. Those two sets were really fun. And
your set really stood out.
Yeah, and like on the flight,
really stood out.
Yeah, on the flight on the way out, I just remember looking out the window and just like kind of like getting like a really emotional feeling, just thinking like, I don't really want to leave. I wasn't ready to leave at that moment in time. I wanted to spend a couple more days, and ever since it's always like had this hold over me to come here, and you know, like I'm looking at maybe moving here or getting a place here and things like that, you know. So it's just, I don't know what it is. I just love the aura of the city. I love it. I love standing in Brooklyn and looking onto Manhattan skyline.
You love the Yankees.
Yeah,
you love
exactly.
Our sports too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is so funny.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
awesome.
It's
love our sports. That's awesome. And then, what's a big milestone in your career right now, besides the label?
What's something that I'm aiming for?
Yeah.
I probably something which I'm really looking into for the future is opening up management. And I want to like kind of find and nurture new talent through the same way as the label does. So you've kind of got a whole 360 around of what you're doing. You've got the experience from DJing and touring yourself, so you can actually come down on the DJ's side. I sometimes feel that your management may not understand the touring side of things because they don't do it a lot themselves, you know. And it's kind of like that experience of being able to give them some advice from how to get some sleep or when to choose your rest and things like that, you know. A lot of the tour managers are great at telling
balance.
you. Yeah, exactly.
Show them balance.
But I just think, you know, if I can have that experience and help people again, like evolved through the industry and stuff like that. To give something back is like what I'm really interested in, and really like it like motivates me to do better, so I can help them get better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's also kind of what we're doing too. Besides media, we're expanding to like management and PR too. Yeah,
cool.
Because you know, him and then our good friend too, Groove Creator, he got signed to Carl Cox's label.
Okay, cool.
So like, you know, he got signed to Carl, but you know, we still want him to get gigs and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
So like, exactly, it's a grind, and we want to, you know, I have friends too. I want to help my friends become bigger.
I mean, that's what it's all about,
I want
you
to
know.
help him
of
become
course.
bigger.
Yeah, of course.
It's all about help. And then, okay, so we're going to go into either or. I'm just going to name you two things. You got to just pick.
Right, okay.
No, you don't have to say why. Just pick. Creamfield or Tomorrowland?
Tomorrowland.
Amnesia or High Ibiza?
Oh. I'll go high because I know the people who work there.
All right, now we're gonna do some DJs. This is gonna be hard. Hot Since '82 or Camel Fat?
Oh, are you joking?
I know.
I can't. That's unfair. Like the two friends. Hot Fat.
Okay. This is gonna be a hard one too. Sasha or John Digweed?
Oh man.
I know. Those are his favorites.
I'll say Sasha because I've like spoke to him more than John. So.
Okay. Eric Prydz or Carl Cox?
Prydz.
Yeah. New York City or LA?
New York.
Yeah. Club or festival? Like play at a club or play at a festival?
You know what it is? A lot of DJs will say the same. It depends on the one, but I'll probably say club because the nerves that I experienced before a festival are just too much. Like the amount of times I'm like sick before I go on stage and stuff like that, I just can't stand it. So.
Word. Play all night long or back to back? With anyone, even with.
Probably all night long.
Nice. And then baseball or American football?
Ooh. I'll go, I don't know, American football. I like them both, yeah.
And then final thoughts. Any final thoughts, like some advice for an upcoming producer? Or
I think just if it's anything for upcoming, you've got to remember that music's an art. So there's no right or wrong as such. It's just someone's opinion. So take what they tell you as constructive criticism. You know, don't take it to heart. And just because you're not getting music signed to a label or anything like that doesn't mean it's bad. It just doesn't fit for them. And take on as much advice as you can get. Don't sit there and use someone's time where they're giving you advice and then just ignore it because it's just like, it's kind of annoying from giving the advice apart, but also like no one's going to try and stitch you up. Do you know what I mean? They're all giving you genuine advice and it is actual help. Yeah. You know what I mean? And just like that. And yeah, I mean, just chase your dreams. I always encourage everyone. Like my dad used to always say to us, like, this isn't a dress rehearsal, you know, and it is a motto that everyone should listen to for life, you know. Go and chase your dreams, do what you want to do what you're meant to do, you know, because the last thing that I would ever want is for me to be lying on my deathbed and look back and have regrets over something and be like, I wish I'd done that, or I wish I'd tried harder, because you're never going to get that back, you know. And my mum's, her little saying is, never regret the things you've done, regret the things you never did. And it's like them two things always stick with me, you know what I mean? And it's just kind of like, yeah, go chase your dreams. And my family have always encouraged me to go and do this, you know, so it's just like, yeah, go and do whatever you want. And I kind of like express that enough to people out there, you know. A lot of people are sitting there sad and stuff like that, and that's not how you're meant to live your life at all.
No, that's awesome.